If Kaphanadi is not there in his body, Kapha means water, Jala, coolness, flexibility. So when the Kapha Nadi or the Kapha factor is not there in the human body, Jalatva or the water nature in a human will be less. As a result, if the Kapha is not there, Kapha is predominated in the joints. The flexibility of your joints basically depending upon how Kapha is balanced in your body. If Kapha is not there in the right proportion, which is 1/4, 1/4 is, if it is not there, your joints will be dried. As we know, in our joints, we will see some kind of mechanism to avoid hitting of bones. Sometimes it is called in modern terminology bursae. Sometimes it is a kind of bag filled with synovial fluid. For an example, in the intravertebral disc, you will find this. So in all the joints, the nature has arranged some kind of shock absorbers where Kapha is functioning as the main agent to avoid hitting each other. So if Kapha is not there in a human body in the right proportion, dryness will happen. And when dryness happens, the joint will become dry and a small movement will make you more pain. And you will not be able to work. The moment you started to work, the shock absorber system in you is not going to function. As a result, you will have pain. Whereas, if there is no Vata in your body, which is the leader, which is the king, which is actually leading your surviving capacity, if the Vada is not there, it is like you write 3 0, 0, 0, 0, and after that if you write 1, it is not going to make a value. But whereas you write 1 and then you write 0, 0, 0, it has some value. It means if the 1 or Vada is there, then there is a meaning in Pitta and Kapha. If Vada is not there, if the Vada is going down, it is a sign that he is going to die. And if Vada goes down very low for little more time, as a result, the fire also will go down, the Kapha will go up, and it is a clear sign of death. That patient is not going to live for many days. A gifted Vaidya, after reading the pulse of a patient where Vada is not giving right sign, Pitta is weak as a result of Vada weakness. And when Vada and Pitta is weak, naturally Kapha will high. Then he will come to know this patient is going to die within certain hour, and he will say, I am not going to give any medicine to this man because it is not going to help. Because if the doctor gives some medicine to such patient, that patient is going to die within an hour, and all the people will say this patient eat medicine from that doctor and he died. That will give a bad name sometimes. People can do some harmful thing to the doctor also. In some Sanskrit, this is known as Rishta Lakshana, signs of death. So what I want to say, If the vada is not functioning, if the vitality part is not there in your body, then you won't be able to move further without correcting that. So what I want to say, among the three factors, vada, pitta and kapha, vada has great importance. So the balancing of vada is very, very important. So before you go through the nadi, it is a must. It is very important. You should study what is vata, what is pitta, and what is kapha. Unless you study these three factors in a minimum good way, you will not be able to follow the Nadi science, Nadi Shastra in a good way. So we will study these factors good. So we start from Vata. We have come to know that in the five elements, ether, air, this belong to Vata, Akasham and Vayu. When ether and air joins, then as a result, Vada is born. So ether and air, we know we are unable to see the air. Whereas water you can see, whereas Agni or fire or Pitta you can see, but Akasha and Vayu, ether and air, you will not be able to see. That means among the three factors, Vada, Pitta and Kapha, Vada has subtle nature. We cannot see with our eyes. We can feel Vada in different ways, but subtlety is one of the most important quality of Vada. So once you cannot see something with your eyes, you will be able to force to use all other source to experience this. In another way, that which you cannot see with your eyes, to feel, to understand that, you need a subtle intelligence. You need a sharp intelligence. You need very precise observation on this factor. So one of the major important quality of Vada is subtlety. So it shows that in order to study Vada, comparing with the Pitta and Kapha, is not easy. It is very complicated. It is very difficult. So you will have to use many things to understand this. Like Vada is governing your nervous system.